Hi, I'm Dave Koji, and welcome to another episode of Improving Through Mentoring. If you remember from our first video, we talked about 4 key areas in your business that you need to be looking at in order to find out where are you struggling. And one of those key areas was selling. Actually, it was the first one, okay? This episode is selling without selling. How can you get people to buy what you're offering, specifically a service, without actually going out there and pitching your service or making cold calls or cold emails? What is the alternative to that traditional sales approach? And so selling without selling. So I mentioned in another video, which I'll put in the description. I talked about what's called the sphere of authority. And what that simply means is your unique social influence that you have. And that contains within a social influence is your bubble. It's all those people that follow you on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, those people who know you from past work experiences. Anyone that you can influence by your knowledge of your service. So keep that in mind, because the goal in order to sell without selling is to increase your sphere of authority and increase your social influence. So our goal is to increase, my nice little arrow, your sphere of authority. So keep that in mind, okay? So how we increase your sphere of authority and why that's important. So we increase it by increasing your engagement. And not just engagement, but I call it engaging authority. So you could be an authority out there. You can write tons of papers. You can write a book. You can do all those things that make you that credible source that people can refer back to, right? Refer to, not engage with, not interact with. It's important that you don't just become an authority in your market. You become an engaging authority. So people know they can interact with you, ask you for ideas, ask you for advice, even ask you to help them with their business, which is the whole premise about selling without selling. So you increase your amount of engagement, and you practice as engaging by authority through these items here. These are just a small list, but anything having to do with this, right? To do this list. Number 1 is seminars, right? I'm going to strike that from the list. You know why? Because if you're not a salesperson, you're probably not very good in front of people. Let's just say, I'm assuming. A lot of people don't like that, don't like having people having eyes on them, and starting to deliver something, or trying to deliver something, a presentation, a product, a service. You feel awkward, you don't want to do that. So let's strike seminars. Next one is webinars. Webinars, it's an online way, so people can't really see you, and sometimes they can if you're using a program that allows you to, but it allows you to have all your notes in front of you. You could have a separate screen with what you want to talk about. You're going to have a PowerPoint up on the screen, and you can run through everything you have to. But essentially, with a webinar, you're having people come, view, listen to you, also engage with you on these webinars. Ask for feedback, ask questions. There's a lot of resources online to help you with that. But webinars is a great way for you to increase your authority by engagement. And also, when you're doing a webinar, don't just do a webinar on something just about your product or service. You never want to self-promote on these. The purpose is to help others. If you have the mindset of helping others in anything you do, that's what engages people. People don't want to be sold. They want to be educated, right? And then if they like what you have to offer, and if you touch that nerve, as I say there, and you provide solutions and they're comfortable with you, that's when you can go ahead and ask them for that sale. But that's down the road. So if you're doing a webinar, touch your nerve. Touch a pain point. Talk about a pain point and your solution to it. You know your industry. You know why your past customers go to you. Touch that nerve in your webinar, and then provide the solution within it. Videos. How-to videos. Don't just post videos again on your service. Post a video on how to do something. How to, if you're a landscaper, as I mentioned in another video, how to plant better flowers, whatever it might be. How-to videos for any situation is huge. People want to be DIYers, do-it-yourselfers. by showing them how to do something, you're encouraging that. People want to save money, people want to do it themselves, and they want to be educated. Videos is great. And also encourage feedback. Post these videos on your social sites. Social sites, sorry. Post them on social sites. Interact with people. Do whatever you have to do to get people to respond to the videos. Make them that engaging. Seek out blogs and respond to those blogs. There's plenty of blogs in your industry, I can guarantee it. Tons of blogs out there. Seek out blogs. Find out what they're talking about. Find out or seek out those questions that people have. Get engaged in the conversation. Put your expertise out there. Let everyone see what you have and link it back to your website. Put your website there for more information. Core.com, kind of like a blog. People post questions about everything. Find it, respond to it, anything having to do with your industry or any type of knowledge you have. The goal here is that there's plenty more the way you can engage people and increase your engagement and increase your authority. Tons of ways you can do that and become the engaging authority is the key thing here. Don't just become the authority. Don't just engage people by saying, hi, how are you? Become the engaging authority. So when you do become that, and you do work on this list and others as well, then you start to increase your sphere of authority. You have a greater social influence. You have a bigger following on your social sites. From there, that's when you can engage them and recycle them. So as you build up your social influence, you put out more webinars, right? You put out more videos. More people will come and gravitate to you. That's when people will go to your website. And that's when on your website you put a nice a way for them to interact with you there, but also for you to get their email, offer your services, provide services, and people will start to reach out to you, and start to purchase your services, right? Do these things. It's going to be work. You got to put in the work, right? No doubt. But if you do the work, you can sell without selling by just engaging your audience, become the authority, and do all these things as I just mentioned. So this is our second episode, Improving Through Mentoring. I hope it helped you. Again, leave me a comment and let me know if this thing's work out. Let me know if anything else. Remember, this is a mentoring community. For other people that's watching this video, what other engaging activities that you can do to build your authority, right? Write them in the comments below. Let's help each other succeed through improving through mentoring. Thank you very much and have a good day.